come do a in-hand class with me and Zuri and Mia and Ginge. So as you can see, we started off by just walking them around really nicely. Like it was just a really chilled out, like little walk around, so the judge could have a look at about like how they move. And as you can see, that's Ginge, and then Zuri behind. Zuri was being a bit funky, but other than that, like she was being really good. Like the class we had before, Ridden, which I'll post another video about. She was like doing rears, which we didn't catch on camera, but she was being silly. So then Ginger finished her trot round, like just perfect pony, just going round easily. And then Zuri started ours, and she did not like the fence, and she wanted to get to Ginge. So she was being a bit silly, and I had to get her to keep going in circles, so I wouldn't run along with her because I knew she'd just canter off. So I just taught her to chill out, like just completely zen the rest of the way there. And then I let her trot the last bit, leading back to Ginge. Then we just had to line up for our individuals, check over by the judge, just to have a look at them. And Zuri did not want to stand still. Finally, I got her to stand still. And then we got on to the judge check over thingy. So typical Zuri fashion, she did not want to stand still for the judge. So I was telling the judge about how she's just a baby, still learning manners, and what we were doing and where we kept her and everything, because it was best grass kept. So obviously trying to barge through me pretty much all the time. Not very good manners. I'd use all my strength. The nerves coming up to this. And so he was just looking her over, and obviously she still needs to build up muscle, but she's getting there. Wouldn't stand still again. And then the judge had a feel of her and felt her neck and her back and all sorts of stuff. And then we did try and pick up her feet, but obviously with the not standing still thing, it wasn't the best, but we may have had to do it on the wrong side. I can't actually remember, but we did, yeah. So we did end up doing it, but obviously lots of circles. There was tons of circles in this show. And yeah, so I managed to then get her to go sort of still and picked up her foot, and she did stand still and wasn't extremely keen on picking up her foot, but she did in the end, and the judge obviously had a look. She doesn't have shoes, so that was good. And I actually forgot to pick out her feet before this, but luckily they weren't too bad. So, and then we did our walk off. So we walked to the end of the stall, like the arena type thing, and she was looking very pretty, I have to say. And then we trotted up, which she was actually surprisingly good with, which was quite nice. And then we kind of just wandered on back, like right to the back. I had to do a bit of a circle, but otherwise than that, and she really wanted to go, but otherwise than that, she was being really good. So obviously we headed over to the back, and then it was Ginger's turn. So then we had Ginger, so Mia took Ginger, and obviously she stood still nicely and was explaining what she did with her and whatever, because we do a lot of hacking and everything. Judge had a feel. Obviously Ginger is chronic laminitic, so she obviously is a bit chubby and feet aren't the best. But we took her in anyway, just for experience. And so Mia had to then try and pick up her feet, which was great shenanigans. We couldn't exactly do it very well. When she got her foot up, the judge asked when she last had her feet done, and I actually don't remember, but Mia didn't know. So, yep, that happened. And he went and looked at the other side, all lovely, and was just all... Ginger's such a good girl. She just stands still for everything. And then Mia had to walk her up And Ginger is lazy, I'll tell you that there. She's so lazy. So then Mia had to try and get her to trot up, which wasn't really working. So the judge had to kind of, help a little bit. And I don't know why I did that. And then Ginger went into the back. So there wasn't much of a trot, but that is okay. So she went into the back with Zuri. Lots of the ponies at the back were being naughty, and we kind of just stood next to each other. Zuri was doing circles. Didn't get us, any of us, like, winning the prize, but she did get second. I'm